Hello everyone, so welcome to my another video. So in this video we are going to discuss about what is a pure component in React and how we can use a pure component and what are the benefits of using a pure component. Okay. So let's get started. So before that, if you're watching my channel for the first time, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you'll get my videos as notifications, and do like the video and then share with your friends. Alright, let's get started. So I have a very simple application here. It's just as an app.js which has just one label, which is I'm from app.js. And I have this running in my local. So if you go here, you can see it just displays the label I'm from app.js. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is, yeah, just as I'm from app.js. So I'm going to create a component. Okay, so I'm creating a folder here, components, and then creating something called the user component. Okay, and I'm creating a class component from React, and then class user component extends React dot component. Then I have a render function. I'm just returning just a label here. Just it says it's a div. I am from user component. Okay. So next I will import this into the app.js. Import user component from slash components, and then user component. Okay. Then I'm just putting here. I'm just calling the component from here, user component. Okay. So simple. It's going to just show this label. I'm from user component. Yes. Export default user component. Okay, so it shows I'm from user component. Okay, all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just creating one state here, and then I'm going to update the state for that. Okay, so I'm just defining a constructor super. Then I'm defining some initial state here. Let's say name is Mark. Okay. So, and here I'm going to display that name, this dot state dot name. Okay, all good. So it shows a name Mark. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm just defining a button where I can, that on hitting that button, it will update the state to a different name. Okay, button update state says on click equal to this dot, let's see, update state. I have to define this function. Okay, so update state, I have to define this function now. Update state equal to an arrow function. Then what I'm doing is this dot set state of name, I'm updating to John. Okay, all good. So I just have, I'll put a break statement here. So just one label with a display the state Mark, and then when you hit this button, it will update the state to John. Okay, all good. So what I'm going to do next is how is the rendering happening here, right? So as you can see, first time I had this, okay, let me refresh it. I had the state as Mark, and then when I hit the update state button, the state is updated to John. Okay, but I click on this button again, let's say, right? I click on like multiple different times. So what is happening? There is no update in the state. Basically, the value of the state is not changing, but still the render method is triggered. That's how React works. Okay, even if there is no change in the state, still since you're calling the set state, it is going to call that render method. Let's put some console log inside this one. Let's say inside render method. Okay, so then let's run it again. So I'm opening my console. Then if you see, I'm clearing this console, and then let me refresh it. So you can see the state is marked, and then inside render method, the render method is called once. I click on update state, the state is updated to John, right? And this inside render method, this is called again. Okay, let's say I click on this again. See, the render method is called again, but there is no change in the state, right? I click on this multiple times, right? Every single time when I click this, the set state is called, so the render method is called again. So it is a costly DOM operations, right? So basically, if there is no change in the state, we don't have to re-render the screen. We don't have to execute the render function at all, right? So this is where the actual use case of a pure component. Okay, pure component helps you not re-render the component if there is no change in the state. Let's see how we can implement that. So implement, it's pretty simple. So React has, instead of extending from React.component, you just need to extend using pure component. Let's do this change. Let's re-render the UI and see how it works. Okay, so now I'm refreshing the screen. If you see, name is Mark and the inside render method is called. Okay, I click on update state, the state is changed, so the render method is called. Okay, so let's say I'm clicking the render again. See, I'm keep clicking this, but render method is never called. Okay, so this helps in, so whenever there is, only when there is a change in the state, the render method is invoked and the UI, the component is re-rendered. If not, it won't re-render. So this is basically a very important thing which helps your performance optimization techniques and all, right? So if there is no change in the state, you don't have to re-render the screen, right? So pure component is you can use this pure component wherever, I mean, you have to handle these kind of scenarios, right? So this is one use case for this. Okay, so instead, if there is another way that we can handle it, you can use the memo, React memo, and you can use the lifecycle method, the shouldComponentUpdate, again for the same thing. Okay, so if let's see how we can use the shouldComponentUpdate, right? So shouldComponentUpdate is a lifecycle method, and it has taken two properties, right? Next props and next stage. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm returning this dot state dot name is not equal to next state dot name. So what I'm doing is I'm checking if my current state is equal to the next state. Current state name is equal to the next state. Okay? If it is yes, then I'm returning, like, I don't want to rerun the component. shouldComponentUpdate is no. If it is not equal, then I'm saying okay, yes, go ahead and rerender. Okay, so I've removed the pure component here. I'm just using the React.component here. Okay, let's rerun the screen and see how it is working. So let's refresh. Now it says inside the render method. I click on it. It's the render method is called again. The state is updated, and when I click on it again, I'm clicking like multiple times, but the render method is never called. Okay, this is another way of handling it. So you can use the shouldComponentUpdate, or you can extend from pure component, and you can use the React memo also. I'll do a different video for that, but you can use that. So these are three different methods where you can this method can be used to optimize your performance, so that's all I planned for this video. I hope you learned the concept of pure component and how we can use it, what is the best use case for the pure component. So I hope you learned, you got a clear idea on these topics. So if you learn something from this tutorial, please like this video, you put a nice comment, and then also share this video with your friends. Thank you, and see you in the next video.